Hey guys, Josh here at Fortner's Frontier Leather. So I just got done with a gun belt for a repeat customer. I always like getting people that come back again and again. I like seeing y'all over and over. So I just wanted to tell you about this belt, some thoughts I had while I was making it. As you can see, this is from that saddle skirting that I opened for you a while back and was talking to you a bit about the different kinds of leather. If you haven't seen it, you can look back on our YouTube videos or on Facebook or everywhere I posted it, really. This stuff is about a 1/4 inch thick at its thickest point. It's some heavy leather. You really don't need anything heavier than that for a gun belt. I've seen some where they stitch two of this together and you end up with like a 1/2 inch thick gun belt. I wouldn't wear something like that. That'd be really uncomfortable, I would think. But as always, got the oval shaped holes so that buckle lays a little nicer than with the rounded holes where the buckle will tend to, it wants to kind of pop up like that. Just makes a nicer fit. But while I was making this belt, you know, I thought last week a few people asked me to make some custom belts for or some regular waist belts for them. And two things were brought up. One is the first person said that he had just bought a belt for $65 from a big box store that is well known for selling, you know, higher priced clothing items. And a few months later, the back of it snapped and broke in half. That's because it was not full grain leather, most likely. This is full grain leather. It's not going to break. What they do is, well, let me go back. The second guy asked me to make a belt for him. I told him the price. And he was kind of surprised by the price. And that's understandable because we're used to the lower priced items, which are actually lower quality items nowadays. And he said, well, look, on the inside of my old one, it says genuine leather made in Guatemala. It is genuine leather, and that's, like I told you before, that word is deceiving. That belt looked nice that he had. Both sides looked like the outside here. You didn't have this fleshy inside. That's because they had basically sanded and polished and finished each side down to look like the full grain leather, like this full grain belt does on the outside. It's deceiving, like I told y'all before. The guy who bought from Belks, that stuff was probably some kind of that composite like leather that I've told y'all about, where they just kind of smush it all together, and that's pretty crappy. They do that and then sell it as a, you know, say genuine leather, because they know that most people just don't know what that actually means. And people are like, oh yeah, this is a real leather belt. Yeah, it's real leather. It's real garbage leather. So, you know, the price is going to be higher because the quality's higher. That's just the way it goes. You get what you pay for. But if you would like one of these belts, one of these gun belts / work belts, they'll hold up to some abuse. Whether you're wanting a work belt or a gun belt or whatever you want to call it, I'm going to use the saddle skirting because it's rather stiff and it's just thick and it's just heavy duty stuff. So just wanted to kind of make those points and talk to y'all for a second and try out my new microphone. You see I got a new microphone here. Let's see if I can pop, 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 pop. Maybe it's not too noisy for you. Getting kind of fancy over here. No, I just wanted to, I know sometimes the videos are kind of quiet, especially if I'm far from the camera, but with this I can move as far away as I want. I'll get up, say I get up and walk over here. You can still hear me just the same. I'm about 10 foot away from the camera now and you can still hear me just fine. But I just wanted to kind of invest in some new equipment so to make sure that you can hear better and try to start producing a little bit better quality stuff. I don't know how this is going to sound to you. I'm not going to edit it, but I might need to do some adjustments. But thanks for joining me. I'd love to make a gun belt for you or a work belt for you or any item for you. And I'll see y'all next time.